The world of sport is constantly evolving, with new ones being developed while old ones are reinvented. Enter Jombola, the latest racket sport to be invented in Malaysia.
Jombola is a very unique sport because it involves the skills from four different games, all the racket sports technically. And you'll see tennis, you'll see table tennis, you'll see squash, you'll see badminton in the game. And this combination is what makes it very challenging, because people from different backgrounds, if you had a badminton background, you will play differently. If you had a tennis background, if you had a table tennis background, you will play differently. So it's quite fascinating.
Jombola combines many rules from badminton with the playstyle of tennis. Players aim to be the first to reach 15 points, best out of 3 sets, with the deuce ruling going up to a maximum of 20 points.
Yeah, this is going back many years into the late 90s when my kids were like getting older, and I thought I would introduce them to tennis. So I started taking my kids to this the tennis court in our taman. And when we would go there to play, just 15-20 minutes later, all the taman kids would show up with their skateboards, and they would play their skateboards in the tennis court. So we tried playing tennis there, we couldn't. Eventually ended up going to the back of the court where there was a practice wall. So a lot of the time with my kids, the ball ended up going into the forest, and I ended up chasing the ball, looking for it here and there and everywhere. Eventually I thought, why don't I look for a different type of ball that does not fly so much, we can keep it contained within. So we ended up searching for a ball. Later on I thought, why don't I build this kind of a wall in my house so that I don't have to travel anywhere, we can do it at home. So we converted one corner of our compound into a wall and started practicing against the wall there. Then eventually, after doing that for a few weeks, I thought, why don't we make a game out of this thing? We can't be just hitting against the wall forever and ever and ever. So we thought at some point maybe we should make it into a game.
Sukdev chose to play the sport in badminton courts due to its easy access all over the country. Early designs of the racket saw it made out of wood from cutting boards and plywood. It took about 3 years to develop the equipment before he could go into forming and fine-tuning the rules of the game. Jombola was first successfully introduced to a number of local universities, and it has since taken root in universities abroad, in countries such as India, China, Thailand, Korea, and Indonesia. Ultimately, Jombola aims to make its mark in the SEA Games, Asian Games, and beyond.
We are now starting to see movement, we are now starting to see uptake, we are starting to see people getting involved, because it's a very simple game to play. The rules are very simple, it's just the skills that you require that you master. But anyone at any time can just grab a racket and get in there and start hitting the ball. It's as simple as that. And the ball is a soft little ball, doesn't cause any kind of injury or damage or doesn't break anything. So you can play it anywhere, you can play it in a car park, you won't break anybody, you can scream. It's just something, it's kind of like a sport for all seasons, if I might say that.